What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day and all your wildest dreams are coming true. With that being said, let's get down to business. 2005 Chevy Silverado 2500 HT. Hey, we got the dash out. I'm going to show you how to take this dash out real quick. We got a few problems with these gauges. Most of the time I'm able to fix them. We got a little bit of glare going on this camera. Let's clean that sucker up. Maybe it's just the light coming through the window. I don't know. All right, so we got our whole assembly here. It pops right out. Just grab it, pull it out. Should be super easy and you shouldn't break anything. But if you love your truck, be careful. It's just these little pop things. They just pop out. What you're gonna wanna do is turn your key to the on position. Get your shifter all the way down so it's out of the way. You might have to press your hazard lights or something and just pop that sucker out of there. You got to finagle it around the steering wheel, but it's not too bad of a job. Then we got 4 bolts, 7mm, that hold the gauge in. Easy peasy. We got 1 wiring harness. It's only clipped in with this gray tab. You just press down really hard on it, pull out, gauges come out. This wiring harness gives you restricted access, so you got to tilt your gauges so that you can get your hands on it. So that's super easy. Let's go over to the little desk here. We've got our back cover off. Boom, it just snaps in with these little clips. Just pop them up one at a time, work your way around it. Takes about 10 seconds. Here's our circuit board. We're looking for any damage to the circuit board. I've gone through it left to right, top to bottom. I don't see any bullseye, solder points or anything. So we're looking good. 2 things customers concerned with. And you can always just replace these if you want. You know, if you want to spend a couple hundred, that's cool. Right here under the speedometer, that doesn't light up. It doesn't tell you if you're in park, reverse, neutral, drive, whatever. Second thing, a bulb is not working right here, about at the 60 mile per hour mark. And so when he's driving at night, it's kind of hard to see the what speed he's going. Not hard for me to see, hard for him to see. So that's the 2 things we're working on. All right, we got the back off, but you can't take this circuit board off because of these little needles. So we need to open up the front cover. We're gonna see, I pull these up. I need 2 hands. Maybe I don't need 2 hands. Oh, yep, I do to hold that one. You just go one by one all the way around. Let's get this cover off. And then these needles, they're on there really good. You got to pull straight out and they'll pop off of there, but they're usually on there really, really good. But we got to take all these needles off. Make a note of where they are. They're all right there. The oil pressure is the only one that's not sitting on the bottom. That's kind of weird. All right. Let's get her disassembled. All right, we've got them off, all the needles. There's, 2 that are different, the RPM and the miles per hour, and all of them were bottomed out on the needle. You'll see these little stepper motors. I replaced those too. Always got a few in stock. So it just lifts right off at this point. That front cover, the only thing that's a pain is those bottom 2 tabs that stick in there. So there's these little slots. Just grab yourself a little screwdriver, a little precision screwdriver to unpop that side. Now we can set this over to the side. And here we go. There's our little guy that's not working right there. And we probably have a burnt out bulb. One of these is burnt out. It's not as bright as it should be. It looks like it's that one right there, this bulb. See, and we can just pull this guy up a little bit and you'll see that it's soldered onto the board. And we got replacement ones of them too. So all your stepper motors are going to be all the way counterclockwise when you reassemble. I made sure that that's where they were sitting. The oil pressure, I think what happened was I kind of moved it a little bit on accident. It might be both of these bulbs are burnt out. Actually, both of them. That's a possibility. I think I'll just replace at least those 2, if not all 4, while I'm at it, while I have it open. And we are going to look for any problems with our connection to this little guy right here. It looks like, yeah, there's something wrong with the display here. Maybe something burnt out. Maybe got hit. I don't know. If I had a spare set of gauges, I could desolder this off the board and resolder a new one on. If that's the problem, you would have to desolder all the pins that they connect to. You can see them going through the board. And then there's your solder on the back side. And you'll get a desoldering iron for that. Come over here to our LED light bulbs for displays. I've got all different light bulbs. Here's some right here in a little pouch. Let's see what we got. I think these are 4 Silverados. Yeah, some light bulbs. See, they got 2 little guys to solder on. Some light bulbs. We've got some stepper motors for Silverados here. Desoldering gun right there. Here's a cheap one from Radio Shack. See, it's got it heats up. It's got a little bulb on it. So you squeeze the bulb, put it over that ball of solder, and suck it up. That's how that works. Let me evaluate this situation a little further and let you know. So basically, you can change anything on these gauges. You don't have to spend $300. I think I got these stepper motors. There's a certain brand that's good. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're real easy to change if your stepper motors are bad. They're just connected on 4 little tabs on the back. And you just desolder them with your gun. And then resolder them back on. The new ones. All right, let's check out what's going on with this sucker. We got our little light bulb out of here. You can see the 2 tabs bend around the housing for the light bulb. If we look down at our board here, let's focus in right there. All right, my camera doesn't want to focus in right there. There we go. That's a little better. You can see the 2 little marks, which was the 2 lines where this guy was soldered in. These 2 little tabs fit right down in there. So we'll take our new bulb, which is right by my sandwich. See, it's got 2 little tabs. We're going to take this light bulb out, and we're going to bend those tabs around just like this one is. We'll put it on the board, right where it goes, and then use our heated up soldering iron. Ooh, now it's not focusing out far. Look at that, in. And we'll kind of go on the edges of that solder and get it soldered in. All right, here we go. I had to trim just the smallest amount off of the tail of the light bulbs. There's the old one. A little longer on these replacement bulbs, nothing wrong with that. And you can see I really got the solder globbed up on this side. That was from this solder right here. I usually like this, but so then I tried my other. I got some flux paste too, which usually helps. So this one stuck very well. Silver bearing, lead-free solder. That was the ticket. If you go around and look at the other side, looks really nice and clean. Where this one, I mean, it just didn't want to stick to the previous solder and the bulb tail, the pin. So, absolutely no problems with the silver bearing solder. So that's the solder I'm going to use for the rest of these. It looks like we have another bulb right here that is very dark, so I'll do that one too. All right, so I'm going to go through and do that. And yeah, if you got any other questions about replacing stuff on the circuit board for your dash, just drop a comment. Looks like this bad boy is not coming back to life. Nothing we can fix on that, unfortunately, besides replacing it. Stepper motors can always be replaced. Pretty much anything on here could be replaced. If you got another dash where other stuff is wrong with it, then we could steal one of these, but we don't have one. So we're gonna slap everything back together, reverse order, make sure all our needles go on the proper stepper motors, and yeah, reverse order process. Get her done. So, hope you liked the video.